when we talk about Martin Luther King or any other, so-called black leader, we are in a position to where we have to be able to call out the black leaders when they made a mistake. And we also tell them when they've done good for our people. Martin Luther King is no different. You know what I mean? And you and I and the brother Aisha Ya'ala, we are no different. If we want to call ourselves leader of blacks, Hispanics, or Native Americans, we got to be able to take the good and the bad. You understand? Right. So, of course, we reverence Christ. We reverence Christ because he died for his people. You know what I mean? And things that Christ did, you know what I'm saying? It's a big measuring stick. You understand? If we talk about we're followers of Christ, that is a measuring stick that we have to follow. Right. And we have to uphold, and we have to measure our black leaders where on Christ's level. Yeah. Are you ready to die for your people? Are you ready to, do whatever it takes to get your people free like Moses did?
Right. What does Black history mean to you? Is it time to sunset Black history? I feel like right now, Black history has got us trapped in a time capsule. Sometimes we wait until Black History Month comes around before we really get into it. A lot of times, people are teaching that history on a daily, but for the most part, we're waiting for Black history to come before we can excel and expand into the future. And a lot of times we're going back in the past instead of looking at where we've gone and what we've done and where we're going. So that's for context. Sorry about us streaming late. We on nigga time. Right. I had some issues with my computer, but we here. Brother Asha, how you doing, man?
Hey man, I'm all right. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing all right, sir. Doing all right, man. How's everything going on your end, man? I tapped into a couple of your live streams, and you the one that was going at my great leader MLK. Tell us a little bit about what your thinking was there, man. And you seem real passionate about that. And also, have you been able to, and do you see some of the good things that MLK did?
Like first and foremost, me and my organization don't hate Martin Luther King because of him being a black man. It's just we hate the action that he took, just like every other, filthy, money hungry, leader out here. They only do it for the sake of their pockets. Now, me going into my actual class, my spirit, which still stands, is the fact that for him to be a so-called prophet, you should be able to foresee the future of the good and the bad. But what he did was completely outlook, and look down upon the bad, and it only looked in the good for itself on his own wanted lust.
Right.
And in this organization, we don't do that because I'm nothing. I'm nothing. These brothers are more important to me in my eyes, and that's the spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood that we show in the school.
Yeah, that's what's up, man. And I listen. I hear your criticism, bro, and I take them. And even prophets weren't perfect. You know what I'm saying? And I think there's a lot of his rhetoric. He even spoke about how he took us into a burning building. He even spoke about, the ultimate goal was to come to Washington to get that check on reparations. So with that being said, like, would you see that as, some things that you feel like he might have done right, and maybe it was too late for him to kind of shift into that pattern? Maybe he shifted in a different direction too late?
Absolutely. And when you talk about a prophet, Christ was a prophet,
right? But
he never spoke his own words. He always went back to the Bible. You understand? Because
hang on, let me challenge you there.
Hey,
so what the prophet Christ, what Bible was he operating on?
Right, the one that we have today.
So does it talk about that in any verses where he read from the Bible?
Absolutely. Let me get Luke 4. Let me get Luke 4 and 17.
So the Bible was out when Jesus was doing his miraculous works.
The New Testament wasn't out.
Okay.
Right. The New Testament wasn't written, of course, because they were living the New Testament.
Right. And so Jesus also said, hey, the Old Testament is not valid no more. Right.
And that's what the Christian church teaches, that the New Testament is the only thing we should follow. And the old, but if you want to be a follower of Christ followed the Old Testament. He taught the Old Testament. So
but he had a problem with the Old Testament too, though, right?
You say it again?
He had a problem with the Old Testament too, though, right?
Who, Christ?
Christ?
Absolutely not. Absolutely.
Okay.
Not.
I thought I read somewhere in there. See, I need to pull my verses out.
Yeah,
I could have sworn he read in there somewhere like, that's not what my daddy want no more.
Oh no, you gonna listen. I'm gonna have you to
Like
show
the offerings and all that.
Yeah, no, you damn right. I mean, you still got to pay tithes. You still got to do all those things that's written in the Bible. Christ only knew the Lord's words. He said, I don't speak of myself, man. I speak my Father's words.
Right.
You understand?
Right, but it wasn't from the Bible though, right?
Oh, it's from the Bible, and I'm gonna prove it right here.
Okay,
Let me get Luke. If you got Luke chapter 4, verse 18, we're gonna back it up with another brother that said the same thing. What was he reading? Start at 17. The book of Luke, chapter 4, verse 17. We're gonna read all the way through 18. Go ahead, brother.
Luke 4 and 17.
Mm-hmm.
And there was delivered unto him the book of the prophet Isaiah.
Hold on. He was reading what?
The book of the prophet Isaiah.
He was reading the book of Isaiah. You understand?
Okay.
And where is
All right.
Isaiah? Old Testament. Keep reading, brother.
And when he had opened the book, he found the place where it was written.
He found the spot where exactly what he wanted to say. Right? Thus saith the Lord. Keep reading, verse 18.
Verse 18.
Mm-hmm.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me,
Mm-hmm.
because he hath anointed me to preach the gospel to the poor.
To the who?
The poor.
He coming to preach the gospel to the poor, not to the Romans. The Romans was rich now. The Romans was in power at that time, right?
Right.
He came to preach the gospel to the poor. Keep going.
He has sent me to heal the brokenhearted.
The brokenhearted. Keep going.
To preach deliverance to the captives.
The captives was the Israelites. Keep going.
And recovering of sight to the blind.
To the who?
Blind.
To the ones that don't know what the hell is going on out here. Keep going.
To set at liberty them that are bruised.
Now let's go to the place where he found it. Let's go to Isaiah 61. Let's go to Isaiah 61. Let's see where he got these words from. Because Christ, man,
and this is all in the Old Testament.
But
so the New Testament wasn't written yet.
Yeah, we going from the New Testament because the only thing he had was the Old.
Okay, so but I'm saying though, at that period, he spoke about the Spirit leading him to do these things. The New Testament wasn't written, right? Correct?
That's right.
Okay.
None of the Luke wasn't even written yet. You understand?
Okay.
So what he's doing, he's quoting Isaiah.
Right.
He's quoting Isaiah and he's saying, listen, man. Well, he's not quoting him, he's reading it verbatim, Salakia. Right? So let's go to Isaiah 61:1. Go ahead, brother. Let's see where he found it at.
Isaiah 61:1.
Uh-huh.
The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me.
Oh man, started off just the way he said it. Keep going.
Because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings
Uh-huh.
unto the meek.
Unto the who?
Meek.
Go ahead.
He has sent me to bind up the
There
brokenhearted.
go that brokenhearted. Go ahead.
To proclaim liberty to the captives.
To the who?
Captive.
There go the captives again. Keep going.
And the opening of the prison to them that are bound.
Man, read verse 2.
Verse 2.
Uh-huh.
To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord.
Man, letting them know, man, the Lord is coming back. You understand? Get yourself together.
Right.
Keep going.
And the day of vengeance.
Hold on. The day of who?
Vengeance.
Oh, Lord. He's coming back with vengeance. Go ahead.
Of our God.
Uh-huh.
To comfort all that mourn.
Read that top line in verse 3.
Verse 3.
Uh-huh.
To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion.
In where?
Zion.
In Zion. That's Israel. You understand? So that's where Christ was getting it from, man. Christ was a prophet, man, and he only read out. Listen, that's the only thing he had to teach.
Right.
Yeah.
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. Where do you think they got all their verses from?
So those guys, Isaiah, Moses, those were prophets, and those brothers weren't perfect, right?
I mean, listen. I mean, you got to show me where they wasn't perfect at first. Like
Okay,
you got
well,
like the Lord.
You're right. But I'm saying though,
Lord,
you're a little bit more course on the Bible. I can remember in certain pieces. I don't have a good memory in that case because I don't study it as much as you guys do.
Right.
But I did see some places where I think David, right? He's an Old Testament where he had issues, right?
Oh yeah. Of course.
And so when we apply that to Martin Luther King, like, can we say, hey, look, brother wasn't perfect. The man might have been a freak, you know what I'm saying? And he might have liked milk, you know what I'm saying? And so I think it's easier to accept that humanity in him.
Listen, I won't even stop you there. Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Solomon made mistakes. David made mistakes.
Yeah.
You understand? And the biggest part of it is that they paid for their mistakes.
Absolutely. And I think that's where
David paid for the mistakes of committing adultery.
Yeah.
You understand? He paid for the mistakes of counting the army when he wasn't supposed to count the army. You understand? But what did the Lord say? You know what I'm saying? The apple of my eye, man. He was still near and dear to the Most High. You understand? So at the end of the day, yeah, of course. I mean, we're man. Right. We make mistakes. He said a just man falls 7 times, but you got to get back up.
That's right. Absolutely. So, and to your point too, you know, Martin Luther King, we are supposed to hold our leaders accountable. And I want to say, a good part, we haven't really been doing that. You know, if we were to remain separate, how will we protect what we're building? Right? How will we would have let's look at what that would look like if we were to say, hey, Martin Luther King, you know, don't do this instead. Keep us separate. Let us do our own thing. Like, what would that look like? You know what I'm saying? Do you feel like we would have to have our own army? Yeah. Would it be constant battle and clashing with other Americans? Like, tell me what y'all's vision on that would look like.
I'm gonna go after Isupk.
Okay. All right. If we would have stayed separate from, you know, this America, this is how we would have looked. How Russia has their own country, how Asia has their own country, Africa, you know, in all these other countries, their own laws, their own economies, and their own belief system. But you know why they still stand is because they stay together and they stay in their same beliefs, their same morals. But when it comes to us blacks wanting to integrate with everybody, we slowly shed ourselves from our beliefs, sexuality, you know, interracial, just everything across the board. So with all these other great little towns and kingdoms that we had in America right after the Reconstruction era, we lost all of that because of a different nation. Right. You know, because we were coming up great. We came out of slavery and we already had our own cities. And we can do that again. But with the power of the Lord, we have to understand that when the Lord says separate, in Zephaniah 9:2-1, gather yourselves together, nation not desired. Right. That's the only way we're going to be able to have our own. And the thing is, it's a beautiful thing, right? Because everybody else got what belonged to them.
That's right. That's right. But did you want to piggyback on that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you think about like the brother brought out, you know, being your own people, and we tried that. You know, we tried that. We were doing well in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right. You know what I mean? We were doing really well without the help of the damn, you know, white man. You understand? We were doing very good. The problem is that the white man don't like when the slaves do better than him. And that's just being frank and upfront. Right. You understand? When we tried to separate, we tried to build our own cities all across America. You understand? And we were doing really well. I mean, we had our own airplanes. We had our own doctors and lawyers and all type of things. Right. You understand? The problem is we wasn't following the Most High. We were still doing things that was pertaining to, you know, this oppressor or the people that put us in slavery. Right. You know, we were still doing those type of things. And when the Lord, listen, man, the Lord does not want you to be serving no other gods. You know what I mean? That is the biggest mistake that you can ever make with the Most High is serve other gods. So yeah, of course we tried to separate from this man, but the problem is he didn't like what we was doing because we are the greatest people on the planet Earth. Right. Of course, when we get by ourselves and we can govern ourselves, we're going to outdo you because everything we touch turns to gold, brother. You understand? Go ahead. Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah. Don't y'all judge me. Let me pull my cup back up.
I know you asked a question prior about how we feel about Martin Luther King, and I also wanted to piggyback on that. Real slight was the fact that I understand the man's goal, you know, as far as the money making, which he's not wrong because money is supposed to be a tool, some type of safety, and I understand it wholeheartedly. But what I also will say, we just can't blame Martin Luther King because his father was also a pastor. But his father sent him away to what a theology school?
Yeah, that's weird.
His father sent him away to theology school to want to learn this Bible when that should have been a clear indication when us Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians send our children away for another nation to teach us, we always fall into destruction. And that's where he found his father is a big part of why he ain't here right now.
Right.
And I'm gonna challenge my brother and respectfully, but I mean, like, we both stepped into the realm of like us. We talked about our previous recording, and by the way, I'm gonna post that here toward the end of the month.
Right.
we started off in Christianity. Like we thought that was the right move to go. And I think even within some of the darkest spaces and even some of the wrong decisions, we can see God within that. Right. And so are we being a little bit too critical? And then because they could thought that was the right move to make.
I mean, and we some
come on, dive in, let's go.
Like, no, like we love it. Like this is exactly what we do every day. You understand? But man, listen, brother. The problem is that Christianity is not us. Christianity is a damn fairy tale. Wow. And it ain't got nothing to do with black people. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, that was forced on us. Christianity was forced on us by the same people, okay? The same people that put us in slavery. So how could that come out to be any good for us? That is not the way of, where is Christianity in the Bible? Right. Where is being a Baptist or Pentecostal or a Seventh-day Adventist in the Bible? It's not there. God wants you to follow laws, statutes, and commandments. That's it. And if you're not doing that, you're not serving the Lord.
That Christianity and that religion to me just fell. Like it just fell. The ritual, I didn't see too much wrong with the painting anymore. The depiction of what Christ looked like, all that just fell, but in some cases, and we talked about that.
Right.
That's a problem because some
problem.
People will need to see to believe. You know what I mean? I didn't need to see that no more to believe.
Well, but that's the point is that you may not have needed to see it.
Yeah, but
people need to see. Your children need to see that Christ looked like them.
Right.
Because if you go into church and you see the white man up there, you're going to look at Christ as he's a white man, but he's not even a white man. He's a black man. He's loud. He's got nappy gray hair. You understand? And his father has nappy gray hair as well. So we have to understand that is a psychological game that Christianity plays on our people. You understand? We have been beaten into submission to believe that the greatest man that walked the planet Earth was a white man with long, stringy hair, and that is a false, man. That is false. Yeah. So if you have been beat and bruised in this place, Christ came for the brokenhearted, the captives. He wanted to tell the truth to the people that was in bondage.
Yeah.
So what is our job? The people that are in America that are in bondage is Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and they need to know what Christ really looked like, and they need to know that Christ came for them, so they can change their lives. You understand? So by you going in that Christian church, you singing, you dancing, you playing the tambourine, but you never learning what Christ looked like. You never knowing what your God actually wants you to do. You understand? Do we have to stop eating pork? Do we have to stop celebrating these holidays? I mean, come on, brother. Like you got to understand.
Now look, man, again, we're going to go back to that pork situation. Listen, your dog loves some pork.
Listen,
your boy loves some pork, dog.
Do you love it? Do you love it more than the Most High?
Absolutely not. I eat it about once a month. You know them thin pork chops, man. Them things be busting.
Yeah. Listen. I ain't gonna stun. I used to eat that.
Bro.
Listen, from the rooter to the tutor is what they used to tell us. But I'm gonna tell you this: I don't love it. I don't love it more than the Most High.
Yeah, even exists. So I'm gonna queue up this video that I had. I'm gonna play that real quick, and then we'll go on the other side and talk about it.
Okay.
Give me 1 second. All right, it's about a minute long. Can y'all hear me all right?
Go ahead, brother.
All right, I'm gonna roll it. So y'all let me know if we have an issue.
Every February, the United States and Canada recognize Black History Month, but its founder hoped for a different future for Black history. Carter G. Woodson, the Harvard-educated historian who established Black History Month, hoped Black history would become so ingrained in American history that Black History Month would be unnecessary. But in 1926, when he began Negro History Week, the second week in February, he had two objectives: to prove to white America that Blacks had played important roles in the creation of America and deserved to be treated equally as citizens, and second, to increase the visibility of Black life and history. At a time when the media was portraying the Black community negatively with anti-Black racist imagery, like Black caricatures, blackface minstrel shows, and films like the 1927 hit The Jazz Singer. In 1976, Woodson's Association for the Study of American Life and History was such the annual theme for every Black History Month, lobbied for Black History Week to become a month. and got President Gerald Ford to make the first proclamation. Every president since then, except for Donald Trump, has proclaimed the new theme annually. Congress officially recognized Black History Month in 1986. Black History Month is often controversial, with calls for Whiteness History Month or Confederate History Month, to others, including some Black people, saying it's outlived its usefulness or that it's antithetical to American values. But despite the official designation, there are no federal requirements for teaching Black history in school curriculums. And on an average, less than 9% of history class is spent on Black history. In some states, it's completely ignored.
All right, man. That's our little let me get out of that. 1 month our brief Black history lesson. So what does Black history mean to y'all, man? Because y'all are pretty, y'all are advocates for Black, Indigenous, and Hispanic communities. Like, so what are y'all thoughts on that?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
All right, it's Black History Month. Congratulations. This is no different. How we look at it is no different than Juneteenth.
Right.
Just another thing that the oppressor give us to, suppress who we really are, suppress how we really feel. But again, when it comes to the Bible, Black people need to understand that the Bible is Black history.
That's right.
So we don't need a month, a week, a day, a year. It's every day of your life. When you wake up, it's Black history.
That's right.
So like it.
No, and if I could add on, we waiting on the damn oppressor to teach our kids about our people. Like what are we doing? You need to be teaching your child at home. How can you think that the damn oppressor or your slave master is about to teach you about you? Like, come on, Mr. A. You know better than we do. They're not gonna teach you who you are. Black people still calling themselves Black, still calling themselves African American. All of these things, all of these words and these names was given to you by the same people that enslaved you, right? So we walking around, we don't even know who we are. You understand? That's Black history. You understand? You don't even know who the hell you are. A Black man called Jesus Christ came to teach you who you were. And you know what? That's Black history. You understand? The greatest man that ever walked the planet Earth. Damn Martin Luther King. Damn Malcolm X. Damn all these other brothers. Who else can we? Damn, we just talked about Esther yesterday.
Right.
A powerful sister in the Bible that saved the Israelites from getting unalived. Right? So how are we waiting on this damn devil to damn teach us anything?
Right.
You want to say, come on now. Damn, man. Hey, Avery.
Yeah. No.
One more thing, if I could.
Yeah, come on.
In that video, it says to prove something to them. Who the hell are we trying to prove something to? We are the greatest people. The only reason this place even stands is because of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. The only reason why this country is even great is because our backs were beaten in and we were picking that cotton and hitting those cane fields.
Right.
What you talking about?
That's right.
You see how the Mexicans are being treated on the border when they put up every damn building on this damn planet Earth? Right. You talking about Black History Month and trying to prove something to them? Man, come on, man. We need to be teaching our kids right there in our households.
Right. I believe that our ancestors paid the literal price to be considered Americans. The blood, sweat, tears, death, beating, shackling. And I think we paid that price.
Hey, you know what? And you damn right. We are the Americans here.
Yeah.
We are, the Americans here. We love this place. We've been beaten. Like you said, we've been enslaved. We've been released. Then we've been captive again. And you know what? We still join their militaries. Yeah. We still join their police departments. We still go to those polls and we vote. We still do everything. Follow the laws. We still do all these things. Still trying to be equal to somebody that damn sure don't want to be equal to us. Yeah. So who is the real American? Because I remember January 6th, they was damn near killing everybody in the damn White House. Yeah. You understand? That's unpatriotic.
My love for this country says, hey, what if we just turned into an American History Month? You know what I'm saying? And so, what are y'all thoughts on that?
Come on, Aisha. Come on, brother.
And I understand exactly what you mean with that. But if we want to do away with Black History Month, we got to do away with drugs. We got to do away with Christian church. We got to do away with everything else that's supposed to be empowering, because blacks look at Black History Month as an empowerment movement. But power has authority over people smoking weed, just like Christianity does, just like whoredom, interracial marriage. So if we're gonna get rid of that, we got to get rid of all of it, right? Everything that's abomination to the Lord. And not saying nothing wrong with Black History Month, but if we're gonna get rid of something that's not really doing any harm, we need to get rid of the things that are actually doing harm.
And if I could, what are you going to replace it with? You're going to replace it with what?
I'm like, what's the American lineage? Let's celebrate the American lineage.
Well, I mean, the people that paid the price.
Okay, hey, let's go there. What do y'all consider the American lineage? Come on,
American lineage is white lineage.
Or is it the indigenous, or is it the indigenous, the slaves and their descendants and the Mexicans, along with the Europeans?
When this place before the white man came over here was not called America, right? In the Bible, it's called Arsareth. You understand?
What was it called?
Arsareth. You understand? We'll teach you that on another day. You understand? Yeah, but this place was not called America before Christopher Columbus brought his tail over here. You understand? So at the end of the day, America is white lineage, right? This is white America because in the Constitution, it says you, us, we are 3/5 of a man. We are 3/5 of a man, and it's still on the Constitution today. So what lineage are we really trying to take hold of? The hell with America.
And they say freedom ain't free, right?
For them, it is.
And can we speak to that? And can we speak to the idea and the thought that the American lineage consists of people that helped build this place into a place where people are illegally crossing borders to be here and experience, right? And so if we remove the foundational pieces to creating this, then it wouldn't be in America. So there's leverage there, wouldn't you say?
I mean, listen, it sounds good, but the foundation of this place is slavery. That's the foundation of this place. And America is not a nationality, it's not a lineage, it's just made up. Somebody just came over here and named this place after them. You understand? So everybody here is just a melting pot. Everybody belongs somewhere else in another country. So you trying to, it's just like the Tower of Babel. You understand? Everybody trying to come to one place, speak one language. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. The Lord does not respect that. The Lord does not respect this place, not one bit. I don't care how much.
Even if we were to be able to make it work,
this is a hellhole. This is a hellhole when it comes to Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Do you see how Hispanics live in this place? Do you see how much contribution they put to America? And they can't even come into their own land. They have to be sitting on the border of Mexico and Texas and sit in cages. You know how much the Native Americans suffer on those damn reservations. They're damn drinking themselves to death. You understand? The women are coming up missing every day. I know you know where the hood is at. I don't even got to talk about Black people in the hood and in the projects on how much contribution they put to this damn country, and we don't benefit not a damn bit. They don't fund our schools. They don't fund our neighborhoods, the damn streets around. I mean, damn, have you been on Martin Luther King Avenue on every damn city and state around here? Have you been on Martin Luther King Avenue? That is the work of Dr. Martin Luther King. They're showing it in your face. They're putting all of that in your face when you drive down Martin Luther King Avenue, and all you can see is drug dealers and drug addicts.
In a lot of different cities and states, like you said, it's like that.
Like, come on, man. You've been on the east side of Martin Luther King. They're gentrifying the place right now. They're taking away the only grocery store that we had for our grandmothers and our grandfathers to go to. So what are we talking about here, man? American
man, I think it's time to pick up the baton. And I think brothers like Jason Lowe understand that, and he's picking up that baton. So let's roll this real quick.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about it on the other side.
All right.
Okay. Oh, now you want me to slow down? We're out here. We're out here protesting. We have a long walk ahead of us. Just to highlight that the Northeast 23rd and Coltrane location is not near rehabilitation services. It's not near the courthouses. It's not near the police department. The purpose of incarcerating individuals is to rehabilitate, and those services are not where the county commissioners are trying to put the new jail.
That's right.
So we're out here. We started at 6 a.m. We're out here. We're walking. We want to express our frustration. Over the last 2 years, we've been dealing with basically a fight to make sure that a new jail is not built in our backyard. The new jail should remain where it is, where it currently exists. We've done it before. We've built a new Oklahoma City Police Department where it currently exists. We built an Oklahoma City Municipal Court where it currently exists. So why can't we build a new jail where it currently exists?
And whenever I share that, and I'm gonna be transparent, you know, you asked a great question, because I still think too, and a part of me, like, marching doesn't do anything. Mm-hmm. And a great part of me still thinks that, but also I feel like it does create boundaries of what we're not going to put up with, and it does help people get on code. So do you feel like it's time that we can pick up this baton and create and shape a future that we see fit for our babies?
Absolutely. I mean, I'll let you come in after. Absolutely. But we've already picked up the baton. Like, we've already doing the work. Here in the Isupk and the Command Junior High, we're doing the work right now. Yeah. Like, the problem is black people don't want to change. Black people don't want to stop relying on a damn oppressor or the white man to help fix our problems.
Right. Okay, so what do you mean by that, though? Let's so when we see Jason Lowe, him marching and rallying the people, do you feel like that's him relying on white people or relying on black people? Because at 9 o'clock that day, they showed up to that, and they showed out, and so they moved the jail. They're not going to put it there, so they did their part. So
no, they did. Listen, man, whatever they had to do, they did it. They moved it to another location. I get it. The problem is we putting our energy into the wrong things. How about teaching your kids not to break the law, so we won't end up in jail? How about taking the drugs? How about taking those drugs, those damn all those weed stations off our blocks? How about giving our kids something else to do versus what they're doing right now? Like, a lot of times we don't even understand the parents are the problem. Right. The parents don't want to change, so they have to tell their child to change. You understand? So at the end of the day, all this gentle parenting, all of these things that we do as a black community, they could put the jail right across the street from my damn house. I don't give a damn where they put it at. We ain't going in there. Right. That's the point. So if we ain't trying to stop the drug dealers, if we ain't trying to stop the unalive and the black on black or brown on brown crime, that marching is, you just hurting your ankles and your feet.
Come on. Go ahead. My bad.
Y'all
no, you good, brother.
Say shit, are y'all?
I'm sorry?
Christians ain't supposed to say shit, are y'all?
Listen. Listen, brother. I work for a forgiving God. I work for a forgiving God. That's why I told you earlier, pass it. Listen, we told you today, Pastor. No boundaries. The boundaries keep us in this space to where we can't have this conversation, right? And so, yeah, God forgive me, Pastor, mother-in-law, mama, granny. I'm sorry, but we here talking as black men, reparations. Which is clearly a debt that's been unpaid, that we really need to have a serious intellectual conversation about, so that we can meet what you're saying that needs to happen. Like, it is ailments to our community, dope dealing, whoremongering, dispensaries to come up, and it's I feel like it's been driven by an economic disadvantage. What are y'all's thoughts on that?
You want to get in? I mean, well, yeah, it is ran by the all of that is ran by the government. When you talk about dispensaries and liquor stores and all drugs, of this, all of it is ran by the government. It's all to destroy our people, all of it. You know what I mean? So when we talk about black doctors and black therapists and black this and black that, Man, we got plenty of them in our community, plenty of them. The problem is those black doctors and black therapists don't understand community. We forgot about it.
Wow,
because that money is so good, and that money makes you want to run from poor people. Yeah, it makes you want to run away from poor people. I ain't want to have nothing to do with my hood, the where I grew up. I'm going to go over here to Nichols Hills and into Edmond and all these places where I can get away from my poverty. Wow. And so they start to adopt the American lineage or the American way of forgetting who you are. Right. I can be whoever I want to be now. I ain't got to be black no more. I could be American now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So they drop their own people and then they start to be American. All about that dollar. MLK's dream was to what? Come together. Oh, let's come together. Because once we came together, we lost our restaurants. We lost our businesses. We lost our schools. We lost all the community that we had before integration. We lost it all. So McDonald's is supposed to be Avery's Burgers.
You damn right.
Hibden Tires is supposed to be Michael Tires or whatever you want to say.
Marshawn Tires.
Day, like that's the point. We lost all of that through integration because you want to sit down at white restaurants where they don't put no seasoning on their food.
Now look, my wife can get down through there, and my mother-in-law now. Not all white people leave out the seasoning.
I don't know. My Big Mama's fried chicken down the street was way better than than KFC or Susanna's damn restaurant. I can guarantee you that. The problem is Martin Luther King wanted to sit down at their tables and get spit on and get knocked upside the head. For what? For what? When we still want to go eat at grandma's kitchen.
Here now. And like I said, I feel like we're here to pick up the baton. How do we create space? And I think Eastside Oklahoma City is trying to create that space to start driving black wealth, to start driving black industry, to start driving black business and entrepreneurship, and start driving black professionalism to heal our community.
Right.
But there's a big challenge ahead because we're looking at mostly a wealthless group. We're looking at, the tools that are necessary to drive this future. So with that being said, go ahead, Brother Asha. Go ahead.
If I can imply what you're saying, I understand where you're coming from. But when it comes to Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we're not as broke as society think we are. Just because we might not have the finances, you got the brother down the road who know how to grow apples.
That's
right. You got a sister down the road who know how to braid hair. You got a dad who know how to take an engine out of a car. So those small resources, if it's sold for cheap or for the benefit of our people, we can actually grow off of that. Versus a sister want to sell a $20 plate, right? And you know how black folks is. I ain't paying for that. But if we have an understanding, like, yo, we need to work and start from scratch, like in the black community, hey, we got to start from the bottom. That is our bottom. Right. And the thing, we already have what we need at the bottom. And when we get to the top, we still going to have the same thing. Right. But if we don't come back with this law, statute, and commandments and come together, then we're going to continue to buy Balenciagas, continue to go to these weed dispensaries, continue to, everything else that's disgusting. If we don't have the Bible, we're not going to get anywhere. Damn right. Because we can have a residual cycle of communication like the black community. Well, the woke people saying we need to do this, we need to do that, Egypt this, Egypt that. But what has any of we need to do this? How far has that gotten us? Right, nowhere. Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because that's good points, man.
We don't have a foundation.
Cool. Yeah, and that's gonna get us to where we want to go. We talk Black history every month, but we rarely talk about where we're trying to go. You know what I'm saying? And I think inside of that, I think it's fair to challenge Black and indigenous and Latin communities on their anti-Blackness, because there's anti-Blackness within that. And I think if we're looking to start religiously building within that manner, that's a question that they have to be ready to stand in and talk about. So what are your thoughts on anti-Blackness within indigenous and Latin communities?
One more thing. And one more thing before I even Another thing, when you said, oh, we got to look forward to the future where we want to go. We're not going to go anywhere if people don't understand that they are the greatest people. that walk this land.
Right.
They are the one that the Lord has appointed and chosen to run this earth. If our people don't know that, where are we going? We just gonna be the next Michael Jordan, the next Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
But after that, where are you going?
Right.
Right.
I mean, a boxing legacy or football legacy. How is that changing the community?
Right.
Yeah.
So if I could, I'm gonna read one precept before I go to your question. Can I get Deuteronomy 7:6 off the shot?
Deuteronomy.
Because I mean, where are we going? I mean, when you go into work, you know, you wake up, you come from home, and your objective is to get to work.
Right.
But you can't go to work if you're home.
Yeah, how you gonna get there? Yeah.
Yeah, like, go ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art a holy people.
The word holy means separate. The Lord has appointed people that he made separate from everybody.
Right.
But again, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we need to unify. We need to come together. We need to be one and figure out how we're going to do it. But the Lord said, you're a holy people. You're separate. Go ahead.
Unto the Lord thy God.
Unto the Lord. So the Lord got people, but then he has a separate people for his own. Go ahead.
The Lord thy God had chosen thee to be a special people.
So the Lord has chosen Black, Hispanic, Native Indians to be special. That's why we're having this conversation now.
Right.
Because if we wasn't a special people, we'll be living in the hills somewhere, rich and famous. We won't have no worries. Meanwhile, we here, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, we are here and we're destroyed, man. Go ahead. Any more?
It says, the Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
So the Lord chose us to be above. We know we the strongest. We know we the fastest. We know we cook the best.
Right.
We know our women is the precious thing we got out here. I mean, how much?
I mean, come on.
I mean, we go on
top to down, bottom. Yeah. Right, and that's damn out of one.
And that's the thing. If MLK knew this, being a preacher and a preacher's son, why did he know this? And that's one of the early books of Moses.
Right.
Come on, man.
Right.
But going back to the anti-black,
anti-blackness. Yeah. Because it's there, bro.
Yeah,
it's there.
Absolutely.
I mean, indigenous people, they own slaves. Come on now, we got to keep it real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When it comes to anti-black, I can speak. We can attest for it. Yeah. Black people think they're different from any other Latino because the Latinos speak Spanish. They've been colonized by a different tribe of oppressor, the Spaniards. Blacks, we've been colonized by the English here in America. Native Indians also been colonized. So when it comes to Latinos and Native Indians, you've been colonized and you still fit in the same curses Black brothers is fitting. They're not any better. But the thing is, that's what religion does.
Right.
Being a Catholic in the Latino community makes you hate Black people. Being a Christian in America makes you hate Latino and Native Indian.
Interesting.
What are you hating for?
Right.
What are you hating for? And that's what religion does. The Lord doesn't subscribe to any religion.
Right.
It's straight culture, tradition, and history. That's it.
Right. And if I could add on to you, like that's what the government or these people that put you against, they put you against each other.
Right.
That's why the language barrier is there. You understand? Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, man, you know what we look at? Black is black on black crime. We hate each other. We hate each other because we live in different neighborhoods. Hispanics hate Hispanics. You understand? Natives hate natives because you got Cherokees and you got Kiowas over here. You know what I'm saying? All the Bloods and the Crips and all of those things that who put those things in place? I wonder who is at the helm of putting us against each other. Damn, they used to put together fights on the damn plantations, black on black, light skin on the inside, dark skin on the outside. It was a Willie Lynch thing that put us against each other. So that just carries on to today. If we don't understand these scriptures and understand who we are and what place we hold in God's eyes, we're still going to be fighting each other. I don't care how much money we can raise, for the Black and Hispanic community. If you don't have a base, like the brother brought out earlier, if you ain't got a base, then you ain't got nothing, right? Give me Salakia. Give me Romans 15 and 4. The Bible gives us every answer and moral that we need to be a great nation. So, Lucky, let me see if I got the right one. I think that's it.
4 times.
Read that for me.
Romans 15:4.
Come on.
For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning.
Everything that is written in the Old Testament, the one that the Christian church does not want us to read, is what?
Written for our learning.
It's written for our learning. It's written so we can learn, one, who the hell we are, and two, what do we need to do to get out of this condition?
Right.
This condition that we in mentally is how the damn oppressor controls us. If we don't understand who God wants us to be, I mean, damn, you ain't gonna be able to stop nothing. It's a war going on, and you, Avery, can't stop it.
That's right.
Right? You can't stop it.
Yeah.
You can't stop it. You trying to do everything you can, brother. Even the brother marching down the street, feet hurting. You understand? Trying to do
Shout out to
all
Jason Lowe. Yeah,
You know what
that's
I
my
mean?
dog, though.
No,
yeah.
I mean, listen. We
Yeah, I
love
know
our
what you're
brothers
saying.
trying to do whatever they can do.
Yeah.
But we here to tell you it's going to be for naught if you don't come back to God.
Yeah.
It's going to be for nothing because you don't think the East Side is being gentrified right now?
They trying big time, man. That's crazy too.
They just put up a damn hotel, a museum. You understand? You don't think that they've been knocking on my mama's door for years trying to buy her house
Buy
on the East Side.
yeah. I hear a lot of people experiencing that.
I'm just letting you know. And everybody is against us, brother. Yeah. You got it? You got that Psalms 83. Give me that Psalms 83. We got one more, man. You know we get in this Bible, huh?
Yeah, and I love it. 83.
Let me get, give me 83 and 3. Psalms 83 and 3. Go ahead, brother.
Psalms 83 and 3.
Uh-huh.
They have taken crafty counsel against our people.
They have taken crafty counsel against our people. Why? Why? Because they know who you are, Avery. They know who we are. They have to come together in one room with no. Have you seen the UN? They sit down.
Yeah. Plotting and scheming.
They plotting and scheming on the Lord's chosen people. Wow. They have taken crafty counsel against our people. Keep going.
And consulted against our hidden ones.
Keep going.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
From being a what?
A nation.
Let us cut them off from being a nation. Now, how in the world can you know which way to go if you don't know where you started?
Right. That's crazy.
If you don't know your past, how the hell you gonna know your future? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Come on, brother.
So I'm gonna let the brother get right back to it. So what nation was cut off? Because when we came across seas, we were cut off from some land. Where is the Latinos really? Where did the Latinos really come from?
Right.
Where did the Native Indians come from? 2,500 years prior, before we got here.
Right.
Is a nation? Is a nation that has been cut off.
Right.
Is a nation that doesn't have their own land.
Right.
And what nation is that?
Come on. Give me some more on that.
And also, we're not Africans. If I can imply that we're not black, is not African.
We're gonna clear that up too.
Yeah, let's get to that. Yeah,
everybody
you want to go part 3 and do that one?
Let's finish off this verse. Let's finish off 4. Start at the top one more time.
Psalms 83 and 4.
They
have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Go ahead.
That the name of Israel.
The name of who?
Israel.
Go ahead.
May be no more in remembrance.
So the name of Israel will be no more remembrance. Who do you see the Israelites or the people of Israel to be today? Who do you know Israel to be today? The Jewish people. You look at the Jewish people as they are God's chosen people.
Right.
That's what they want the public to see.
Come on, brother. Any smart man can look at that country or look at that area over there and say, them white people don't belong there. Come on, brother.
It's the game being played here. That's crazy.
It's a game being played here. They was put over there in the 40s,
Yeah.
You understand? But they have took our land and made it their own. To what? To confuse you and me and all these other brothers in here.
Right.
You understand? So the name of Israel will be no more remembrance. No more. And that's the point. Everything is in the Bible. Everything. Your future and your past. Everything is in there. And the problem is that these damn Christian churches and these Christian pastors, they don't want to tell you. They don't want to tell you because we having a good time. We singing, we dancing, And what you gonna do when you having a good time? Spend more money. Spend more money. And you ain't gonna worry about what's in this Bible because the concert too damn good.
Right.
Go ahead and give us verse 6. Salakia. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee.
Go ahead.
The tabernacles of
Edom, the white man. Go ahead.
And the Ishmaelites,
the Arabs. Go ahead.
Of Moab.
Damn, the Asians is in there too.
And the Hagarenes.
What is the Hagarenes? The Africans. Oh Lord, come on, keep going.
Gabal, and Ammon.
Some more Asians.
And Amalek.
Some more white people.
The Philistines.
And the Philistines.
So these are all the people in the room right here, plotting and scheming.
You see UN.
You
see the UN.
That's
all of these people
crazy.
are broken down into these groups right here. And you know what? They were all together on what? Slavery.
Right.
Every single one of these people that they named out. Listen, man, we've been under these.
This is deep, bro.
What are we talking about here? Because this is crafty counsel to keep what? Keep your black butt under subjection. Why? Because the Asians make money off of us. They got hair stores and all kinds of stores in our neighborhood.
Yeah, we need that back.
Arabs, the East Indians. They got damn gross Dunkin' Donuts and you know what I mean. They got all gas stations and all type of.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. When reparations become an existence and a thing, that's what the fight will be, is removing the stronghold that those tribes have. Come on, you got something to say. Come on.
I'm gonna tell you about money.
Yeah.
Black people are going to do what with that money? Same thing they do with taxes.
Now, what would you do with it?
What would I do? I'll spend it with my nation because I know who I am.
Listen, I know a lot of people that think the way you do, so I don't know.
Well, I'm just saying, you talking about the people you know, and I'm talking about the people that I know. Like listen, I'm in the hood. I know what people about to go buy with them taxes. Big rims, Gucci.
Yeah, but if they're gonna buy the book rims, buying from us.
But the problem is we don't own it.
We have reparations that we would.
Black people are behind on bills right now.
Yeah.
So what are they gonna do? Catch up on some bills. You ask a black woman right now, what's she gonna do with that $10,000?
She might go get her a lace front.
And listen. Catch up on some bills.
Yeah.
They go and buy me a new car.
Right.
So I can get back and forth to work.
Yeah.
I'm about to go. I gotta go buy a little Timmy and a little Shay some clothes.
Yeah.
That 10 grand gonna be gone by April.
If I say the European class can do that, then why can't we drive our people that are sheep, like we mentioned in our first episode, down a specific direction that we feel as a group see fit and more sustainable as a group? I think that's possible. And I think at some level of thinking, when we talk about reparations, that's something that's going to have to be done.
Oh, well, of course. I mean, but you got white people and then you got blacks and Hispanics down here. So while blacks and Hispanics are down here, we're so busy trying to be like these people up here. Like the brother Aisha brought out earlier. If you don't want to start out at the bottom and work your way up, it's not going to work.
Come on.
You talking about giving money to a people that don't have anything, that don't have a mindset of what the hell community is about, how to stick together. White people got that already. White people know how to stick together. That's why you got January 6th, the crashing on damn White House, because they stick together. When they make a decision on who they want in power, they stick together. We, on the other end, we expect the white man to bail us out when it comes to, our problems. We don't want to call a black man and say, hey, can you come over here and talk to this brother? We rather call the police and say, hey, we need this brother to be taken care of, instead of calling the black man and saying, hey, can you come over here and talk to Richard? He's out of control again. You understand? We don't want to. We're gonna call the damn white man on our people, and what are they gonna do when they get there? Get your head down on the floor. Better get your hands behind your back. Instead of understanding the black mind, we don't talk the same. We don't walk the same.
That's right.
You understand? So our minds, we have to totally just separate from this place mentally, so we can get ourselves together first.
Come on.
Before we can do any integration, because we haven't been able to fix ourselves after being abused for 400 years.
That's right.
We've been in an abusive relationship. And we haven't been able to get justice, or we haven't been able to get therapy after this thing, man.
That's right. Yep.
And that trauma just goes down from generation to generation to generation. So how in the hell can we fix ourselves if we never able to be by ourselves? Yeah,
I think people need to be prepared to hear that. Come on, I know you got something. You scratching your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna read. We're gonna read this scripture real quick. Give me John 8:32, brother.
John 8:32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
The truth is going to make you free, right? Yeah. The freeness is taking these shackles off your mind and understanding, like, well, this is what we have to do. The main thing we have to do is change our ways, man. We have to now start following the Most High the way He said to do it, and this place will be no more. This place will now start to crumble at our feet. And now God's chosen people would now be at the forefront, because we wouldn't treat another nation the way they treated us. Yeah. We wouldn't treat nobody else the way that these people have treated us in this place. They took away your nationality. Why? Because they know who you are. That's the only reason they will take it from you, because now they don't take it from nobody else. The Asians come over here. They don't say you got to denounce your race. The East Indians come over here. You ain't got to. They just brought all them damn Ukrainians over here. They ain't got to denounce none of that.
Right.
But for you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're going to wipe away all that. All of those things that you remember, we're going to take it all away. You have to adopt our ways now. And now the problem is that now when people walk past us, or when they come on our YouTubes or our Facebooks, now they upset. They like, what the hell are they talking about? They don't know that this truth that we talk, or we speaking, or we coming out the Bible with, is going to set them free. Yeah. And so they get upset. What did Paul say? Have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? Right. You understand? Wow. Yeah, because I tell you that Christ is a black man, you want to take my head off. You understand? Now that I tell you, you got to stop eating pork and stop celebrating Christmas and all these pagan holidays, now you mad at me. You know what I mean? But that is the reason why we here. We don't give a damn. You know what I mean? God.
That's a hard pill to swallow, bro. And I think the truth, like you said, the truth will set you free, man. And the advocate of reparations, I feel like by 2053, you know, we're looking at our group being worth less than $1.
Hold on, man. Yeah. You said 2053?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think sooner than that. Come on. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem is, you know, all that time that we talking about the 2053, you know what kind of nation we can build? You know what kind of nation we can build in 30 years?
But what wealth?
What wealth? He just told you. We spend the most money in this damn place. We got money.
I wish I had the data graphics pulled up.
Look how much money blacks and Hispanics spend in this damn country on a yearly basis.
Okay, but what we own and the wealth that we have to build infrastructure and to build safe spaces is non-existent.
No, it's not.
Hang on, I'm gonna pull it up.
It's not. Listen, man, I'm gonna tell you this right now. In Israel, in the Israelite School of Universal Practical, now we got brothers with businesses. We got our own schools. We got all type of things in here. We got our own lawyers. We got all type of stuff in here, brother. And you know what? And you know what they doing? They serving the Most High. They serving the Most High, and we shop with our people. This tam that we got on, this Hebrew drip, this comes from our school. These t-shirts, the Hebrew drip, this necklace that I got on, this is coming from Israelites.
I understand that. But when we're talking about infrastructures, let's break that down on how much we would have to sell. Okay. And let's talk about our black businesses' unsuccessful rate. And 98% of black businesses fail within 18 months. Right. I'm gonna show you this graph because this is what's missing, in my opinion, is the wealth that's been stolen. Look at, can you see that? Wait, this is not it.
Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King.
Can you see that?
Yeah.
Can you see this? We worth $18,000.
Thank you, Dr. Martin Luther King.
Okay, but so we can say that all day long, but how do we pick up the baton from what we feel like Martin Luther King
separate,
did?
brother. Like,
But we separate with $18,000 as a median income.
Well, the only reason we're making 18,000 is because we have associated or integrated with the same person that wants us in the bottom and in the slums. The problem is that, like we talked about earlier, Avery, you could have had McDonald's. That could have been yours. There's no denying that black and Hispanic and Native Americans cook the better food. Am I lying?
Look, there's a reason. There's a great argument out there. There's a great argument that.
Okay, there's no line. Who could cook better than black and Hispanic women? Come on, please bring it out.
I mean, I never really given it too much thought.
Come on, man. Come on, man. You know what?
I remember a spot called Fur's Cafeteria back in Lawton.
Come on, that is disgusting compared to a damn food truck, a Mexican food truck takes way better than that. What I'm talking to you is about fashion. Who is better in fashion than blacks and Hispanics? Nobody. You walk around, you know where they get their fashion from us. From us. They take it from us. From us. All of the style and the music. Oh my Lord. Do I need to talk about the music? Who created all the damn music? We did. Every genre of music you listen to today was created by a black or Hispanic man or woman. So what are we really talking about here? The problem is that we're integrated with a people that want to steal everything that we do. All the patents. The brother sent me a patent. Let me read this to you. He sent me this patent of how it was in 1853? 1858, the U.S. Attorney General ruled that slaves could not receive patents.
Wow.
So where all of these creations that we created, I mean, we can go down the whole list of things. And you know whose families could have been eaten off of those creations?
Right.
Black families, Hispanic families. We could have been eating off of that real good. So yeah, I'm not surprised at that graph because Martin Luther King wanted us to integrate. I'm going right back to him because he was the source of us coming together and losing everything that we had. At the end of the day, we have integrated into a burning building. And you know what? Still on fire.
It is, man. It is. Man, listen, we coming up to an hour and 25. This has been great. This has been a phenomenal discussion. There's no hate within this. We're looking at facts from the Bible.
Yeah.
We're looking at data from the Federal Reserve. We're looking at life examples, living examples,
right?
People that we know, our own lived experience. It's not for anybody to feel sorry for us. We're not looking for a handout. Black History Month has ran into this reminder of everything that's already happened. But then when that's over, we're looking at the fallout from it all. We barely moved. There's good a reason to say, hey, we gone backwards. So why are we going to continue this month in good part? Because I feel like we haven't picked up the baton, and I think we're getting closer to the creator of Black History Month's purpose of it no longer needing to be a purpose, because we are free to share the information in the history.
Right.
And we have the tools to be able to receive the information in the history. But now it's time to talk about that future and what that looks like. And we've got organizations like Isupk, regardless of how you feel about their rhetoric, regardless of how strict they are and creating boundaries, which most groups do, most religious organizations do. And I will go on the record and say, I don't agree with 98% of what they say, but the 2%, we building on that.
Right.
And the 2% that I do agree upon is so fundamental to the uplift of Black Americans.
Right.
And so looking at Black history, it's important not only that we look at the history, but let's look at the future, man, because the history is only going to be that. History is so important, but it's also only going to be that. And I think when God comes back, what does he say in one of the verses? Like, some seeds I gave you, right? It's something about the seeds, and or was it the gyms or the goals or something? He wants to know what we did with what he gave us.
Yeah.
I can't remember the verse,
that
but
parable. Parable. Yeah, he gave us the money. You understand? He come back and say, "What did you do with it?"
Right.
You understand? And you got one brother to say, "I ain't got it. I kept it. I just saved it. I kept it for you, man." And everybody else, they went out there and did something with that money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What are we supposed to be doing? Let me get Luke 19 and 27 out.
Luke 19 and 27.
But
those my enemies.
Hold on. Those my what?
Enemies.
Not enemies. Christ got enemies. People that are against him. You know what? Let me show you this real quick. This is a brother in our school. He's a teacher. They was doing Black History Month, and he walked in looking like this, and they said, "What are you? Who are you dressed as?"
Is that a white afro?
Hey, you damn right.
Dang.
White afro, white beard.
OG.
He said, Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? And he said, "I'm Jesus Christ." He said the look on his students' faces almost failed. They fell off their damn face. Boom. What? Even the teachers in the school was like upset that he came as a Black man, as Jesus Christ. Not sure if he would have came as a white man, long flowy hair, they would have been open arms. Read that one more time. But what?
But those my enemies.
But those my enemies. Keep going.
Which would not that I shall reign over them.
The ones that don't want to be reigned over a Black man with woolly hair and a woolly beard. You understand? Keep going.
Bring hither.
Bring what?
Hither.
Bring them over here. Right over here. Bring them over here. Right in front of me. What? Go ahead.
And slay them.
And do what?
Slay them.
And slay them. Go ahead.
Before me.
Slay them right there in front of me. Christ wasn't no punk. Christ wasn't no little sissy. Right. He wasn't coming with no cotton candies and no, that's okay, my son. No, man. He said, "Come, bring them here and slay them before me." So we are supposed to be followers of that man right there. We're supposed to be austere, just like Christ. Right. Slay them before me. So that's why we slay with these scriptures all day. Any pastor, anybody want to run up and get done up over here with the Isupk or OKC, man, listen, man, we stand truth in his faith, man. That's what Christ did. That's what Paul did. And that's what we're going to do right here.
Come on.
You understand? So at the end of the day, yeah, man, like this is a great discussion. And I'm hoping we can have another discussion on who can make
we can what?
God.
Say that again.
Who can make the kingdom of God?
Who can make the kingdom of God?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna be our next discussion. Before we go, man, how can the people find y'all?
Man, listen, Isupk Oklahoma State wide on Facebook. You understand? We got a school here at 5526 East Reno Ave. You understand? We have classes Monday. We got classes Tuesday, Wednesday. We have classes on Saturday. We got the Sabbath service on Saturday. You understand? So we are in the building damn near all week. So, but we do have a phone number you can call, 405-215-8599. You understand? If you want to get in contact with the school, give us a call, man. Let us know. You know what I mean? We are here for the people, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. And listen, man, we'll even ask some questions to white folks too. If they got some questions, we'll answer those too. You understand? We don't listen to scriptures. What the scriptures say, be at peace with all men. You understand?
That's right. Yeah. I love it. Brother Gobbler.
Okay, one more. Avery, we're going to leave you with this one. Salaki, brother. You know when we got you, we're going to keep you and we're going to
and I love it, man. Pour into your boy. I love learning. Like I said, I'm eating the meat, spitting out the bones. Let's do it.
Yeah, we're gonna go into one of these curses that curse our people, man. And all the way Deuteronomy, man. That's way back in Moses' time, and it still affects us today. You understand? This is Deuteronomy 28 and 54. Go ahead, brother.
Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate.
It was one time that Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans used to walk around and say, "Hey, brother, how you doing today, man? Hey, brother," the man that was tender and delicate, asking you how your family was, asking you how your health is, man. How's your work going, man? Loving brother. You need anything?
Right.
The man that is tender among you and very delicate. Go ahead, brother.
His eye shall be evil towards his brother.
His eye now is going to be evil towards your brother. His eye is going to be evil towards him. Why? Because now this curse is upon us.
Right.
We're breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Now we're going to be fighting each other. Now we're going to be unaliving each other. That's why the prisons is filled up with blacks and Hispanics now. You understand? Keep going now.
And towards the wife of his bosom.
Now you got the wife of his bosom. And towards the wife of his bosom. Oh my goodness. What did that sound like? Single parent homes. You understand? Now we went from brothers and sisters to niggas and bitches. Right? We didn't went from that to that quick, right? But that is the point. The point is that now our eyes are evil towards our women. Now, now we got single parent homes. Now the home is out of shape. Go ahead, brother.
And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead.
So he shall what?
Lead.
And that's why we don't have no fathers in the home. Because we breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. We don't even know how to deal with each other no more. We don't even know how to love our own women no more. Huh? Now a woman is fighting. Our women fighting harder than we do. You understand? Now we got Sexy Red and damn Sukiyanas, you understand, leading our women, showing our young women how to be, thoughts and I know this is a family show, but whores. You understand? That's what they're showing our daughters is to be twerkers and all this. You understand? So that is why the ISUPK on the Command Junior Hana is here to show our women and our men how to be a nation again.